Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'm going to try and keep this fairly short, so I've got some notes to guide me on my way. First up, last weekend was New Zealand's biggest and best craft beer festival, Beervana. Flew down to Wellington with Mrs. Dino for a couple of days, and then I went along to a session on the Friday. Had a fantastic time. There were some great beers there, lots of new releases from the breweries, lots of beers with unusual ingredients in them, so there was plenty to keep everyone happy. But the other big highlight for me was finally meeting up with a few of the guys from YouTube and Facebook that I've never actually met in the flesh. So I finally got to meet Paul from Time for Another One, Matt Downer from BrewTube Tech, Jason and Steph from Manawa Brew, quickly caught up with Paul Finney from Finney's Homebrew, Alan and Liz from Shadow Beast Brewery also went down to Wellington, so we caught up with them, and also bumped into Tiffany, who runs my local homebrew shop down the road from me, Hauraki Homebrew. So it was cool to catch up with Tiffany. I think she was down in Wellington doing some R&D for work. And also Tiffany said that if she caught up with me down there, she would buy me a beer, and she honoured that. So cheers, Tiffany. I got to taste the Liberty, I was going to say knife, keep saying knife fight, but it's Knife Party, a very nice beer. So yeah, cheers to all you guys. It was fantastic to finally meet you. The beer I've got here, and the reason I'm making a small amount is this is take number, I don't know how many of this video, because I keep forgetting to put something in. But Matt from BrewTube Tech, after the festival, I caught up with him and he gave me 4 of his home brews. So I've got 3 black IPAs, Bread and Butter black IPA, a spare bottle of Matt's SJPorr Challenge beer, a Belgian black IPA, and the one that I have a little bit left of is the Hop Taste American Pale Ale 6.1. Really nice beer, Matt. Some nice citrus hop aroma, and also in the taste. A little bit of breadiness on the aroma and in the taste as well, probably from the malt. Some nice bitterness there as well. The head, although it's small, it's actually stayed all the way there, and it's got some good glass lacing. So cheers, Matt, I really appreciate that. I'm not sure when I'll get round to tasting all those, because I'll be getting onto the SJPorr review soon, which leads me on to the next topic. Alan and Liz bought my SJPorr Challenge beers back with them in the car, and I picked those up a couple of days ago, so I've got 20 beers to review. And I'll put a small clip at the end of my ramblings here, just showing you the beers I'm going to review. And what I thought I might do is I might upload the reviews in groups of 2 and 3 and try and keep them short and do more of an overview of the beer and not get into too much detail on camera. And then off camera I'll have a bit more of a think about the beer and do my scoring accordingly in private, because I don't want to say what I'm going to score the beers on camera. That would be foolish, especially if I score something low. I don't want to upset anyone. I mean, I appreciate everyone who is entered. Not everyone can win. I don't expect to come anywhere near. You know, if I'm in the bottom quarter, I'll be happy. You know, it's more about entering for me. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to offend anyone. I'm just really looking forward to trying all the beers. What else? Also, when I got home from work yesterday, there was a package in my letterbox, and I think Dave from Cheshire Homebrew might recognise this. Didn't have a return address, but I knew straight away that it was from Zane from Rookie Brew. So big shout out to you, Zane. I really appreciate you, buddy, sending this to me. Lots of information in there. I'll try and digest some of it as I'm doing the SJPorr reviews. Hopefully it'll guide me on my way, because despite what any of you think, I think a lot of us are just novices when it comes to beer tasting. At the end of the day, all I can really say is that you know, that I really like a beer or I don't like a beer, and I can tell you a little bit about the appearance, but I don't know that much when it comes down to drilling into beer tasting and describing things. But I'll try and be not as honest as I can, and hopefully this book will help me. Yes, I think that's about it. I'm not going to do another take of this video because I've done several and keep forgetting something, so if I've forgotten something I apologise a great deal. But I do want to shout out to Frank from Frank's Homebrew 77. Frank just did his first all grain based on my vanilla oatmeal stout that I put up on YouTube recently. It's not my recipe, but I did add the extras to it, and Frank has done a full batch based on that recipe, so really looking forward to that, Frank, and I'm sure it will come out well. I know you had a couple of tiny hiccups along the way, but I think we all do, especially on our first all grain brew day. We wouldn't be human if it went 100%, but it will be a big learning curve for you, and you'll pick up some valuable, or you would have picked up some valuable information. So I think that's it. I've shown you that, haven't I? I've shown you the glass, I've shown you the book, did I show you the key ring? I've shown you Matt's beers, cheers Matt. Shown you the book from Zane. Oh, new glass from my brother. It's from Stoke Brewery. You guys would have seen this, so it's just called a jar. It's not a real jar, but it's shaped like a jar. Very nice for drinking out of, actually. So yeah, if you get a chance, check out the link below to the Beervana footage, and I'll stop waffling now and I'll tack on my SJPorr, sort of like a lineup of the beers. What would you call it, like a Miss New Zealand craft beer SJPorr lineup. So that's me done, guys. Cheers to everyone, and we will catch you next time.